Howdy y'all, Michael here. Today is Monday, November 20th, 2023, and this is actually the second time I'm recording this because I forgot to blank out my previous video off my memory camera card. So it doesn't make a huge difference because my phone will recognize I'd already had those files on the phone, but it's just a lot easier to grab everything at once and put it all on the phone at once. And less trouble there. So it is November 20th, 2023. It's 2 days after the turkey roll. And yesterday, I slept a lot yesterday. And I was tired. That wore me out. It didn't help that I was editing the turkey roll video till about 2 a.m. in the mornings. I guess that would be Sunday morning. And then I woke up at 6 and continued editing because I just couldn't go any further. I was pretty tired because I only had like 3 or 4 hours sleep the night before that, and here I am doing some late nights trying to edit video. Not advisable, but the video is up if you haven't already seen it. It's a previous episode, and it was fun to film. I had some problems editing. I do edit with my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and it's got its limitations. I'm using iMovie, and so when I edited it on my phone, I didn't hear the audio problems that ended up in the final cut. So if you're wondering why you're hearing levels bounce up and down, it's going to be different. And it's only in the beginning between scene cuts. And when I go inside the high school. And it's only on certain devices will that be really pronounced, like my television at home. So my phone, I didn't catch it as much. I knew there's a little bit of volume difference, but I didn't catch it in time when I did the upload. And it takes a long time for these videos to upload. I don't have the fastest internet. But today I am headed back to Denton, and it's about 10:48 right now. I'm going to go to TW on top of Gwynn Hall to join people that are working on our 9.2 repeater right now. And you know, repeaters are like vehicles. They run great for a while, but something's going to break, something's going to need to be adjusted, something, you know, you got to get your oil changed, you got to keep your tire pressure up, you got to wash it every now and then. Repeaters are no different. We are having some difficulties. It's still functional, but it's not running as well as we'd like for it to. So they've been up there since about 8:30ish, I want to say. So I'm coming late because I had to take care of some stuff at home. But let's go up there together. Come hang out with me. Work on the repeaters in there. It's a pretty clear day, fairly. There's a few clouds in the sky, a little bit of haze. There's your view to the south. That's a lovely view. Let me go to the north side here. I do get a bit nervous of heights, so I'm not going to go too terribly close. This is the west. That's 380. That's University Drive right there. There's another angle of that. I'm gonna get too close. When you're on the roof, you gotta watch stuff like this, like conduit up in the air. This goes up to the antenna deck. I'm gonna go over here and take a little peek to the north. As I edge ever so closely. And of course, we'll end up with the east here. And those buildings look rather new right there. They may not be, but they do look rather new. They're newer. Looks like they're building some behind there. Nice long view of everything here. Again, that's 380. This is the way I drove in right here. Coming this way.
From where I ran that one on the ground that was very badly done.
Yeah.
So I want you to go into the same hole as the rest of them. It's eventually going to end up down where you plugged in down below the duplexer, but it has to follow the path of the rest of the coax to where that one on the wall there I plugged in at. Did that make any sense?
No.
I didn't think so. It didn't make any sense when I was listening to it.
Up there, do you want him to come on top?
Is there a hole up there?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure, run it so it looks nice along the top up there.
So boom, boom. At the
Just don't make it look like a chimpanzee had done it.
Okay, one chimpanzee coming up.
This is an amp. That's the 220 repeater. That's the fusion repeater.
I don't work here.
That's the 3.9, 3.4. Those are APS repeaters.
I don't know.
However,
Okay,
we will be going to the 92 repeater, which is on Gwen, that building you saw to the south.
All right, leave it alone right
And
now.
Alright, you're just.
a bunch of our repeaters are in this building.
That's just fine.
Start.
Okay.
Including GMRS. This is the GMRS repeater right here. How to hook up the computer and sort out whatever bug we were dealing with. But the Quantar is up and running. What was it?
Quantar 900 meg.
Yeah. But what was the issue? You just had to give it a little kick?
Reference oscillator needed an external reference oscillator.
Okay.
And it took a long time for it to latch onto it.
So now it's working.
It's working.
900 P25. Well, it looks like our work is done here.
Grounded it all.
We are cleaning up, doing the final attachments for everything. And I think our next stop will probably be Gwen or lunch, one of the two.
That is a lightning strike
Right there.
on the antenna. That's on the ground, but this can induce tremendous energies into the antenna ground system. That's the reason why we have it grounded inside of there so well.
Right,
Had this not been properly grounded, this could have destroyed the radio.
right. I'm glad we got it grounded.
Yes, there's a whole idea behind that. And there's actually several, that's the biggest lightning strike, but there's several more on here.
But is this antenna toast?
No, this antenna is good.
The antenna's good.
The adapter to it had failed, and so we just went ahead and replaced the entire antenna.
Okay. All right, pulling my battery here. Oh, that is in tight. What you got going there?
Dead label maker on the back of a Quantar.
Oh, okay.
Kind of cool.
It's a lot of stuff on the back of that. So, dead batteries?
Yeah, dead battery, so we'll have to label that tomorrow.
Okay.
That's your 900 meg for.
Oh, y'all come back out tomorrow?
I think so.
Okay.
Depends a
All
lot
right.
on what we get done today.
Well, I got batteries down in the truck, so.
Gotcha.
Well, awesome.
Cool.
Speaking of grounding, this is all grounding here.
Some of the
You see
best
all the
grounding I've seen.
No, you
Yeah.
got 4K in your phone.
And this is amateur. This is amateur grounding.
It's, what did they say? Motorola R56 standard? Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
What do we need to do to ground it?
We gotta ground it to the rack, which will require a bolt. We got a cable, and obviously some copper. Or I think we can just ground it to the rack, right?
Yeah, the rack is grounded.
So yeah, we have a cable right here. We can just bolt it over.
Need a bolt?
Yeah, we'll need a bolt. A rack mount bolt.
Also bolts. Also, how the cabinets go. Let's see if I can get it.
Gotcha. And we have the really mean grounding behind you.
What?
This grounding plate right here.
Yeah,
That goes up to the roof.
So you got this right here?
Grounding is important. That entire thing is copper. The entire plate's copper. It does get windy up here, but that's Gwen Hall up there. That's our next site to visit. Alright, that's the new 220 antenna. Is that CX333? Comment? I believe that's 2.4 right there. And that is VHF right there. That one. Just got through eating a Mazatlan. I don't know how you pronounce it. Headed back. We're gonna go on Gwen Hall. I'm just gonna make this turn here. And get going here. I'm gonna go on the tall one there. We were on the little one. Alright, this is Gwen. And this is going to make me a lot more nervous because we're about 25 floors, 26 floors up. The top floor, occupiable floor here is 24. But this is the north side here. Walking over here, here's the west side. Again, that's 380 right there. Look at these turkey vultures up here. Way up in the air. Good gosh, they're huge. About the size of a medium-sized dog. There's hundreds of them up there. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see immediately. Okay, right over there, that's Stark. That's where we were earlier. That's Stark Hall. That little room right there is where the repeater is. The repeater. Nope. My bad. It's that room right there. Where it's got the little staircase, that door there. Let me zoom in. Yeah, that's the repeater room right there. And on top, those are where all the antennas are. Right over here is the east side. That's 380 headed east. And there's those big birds right there. They're bigger than a Chihuahua, that's for sure. This is the repeater room for the 9.2.
It's a real good thing we don't get earthquakes around here.
And this is our primary unit for Denton County Aries, Denton County Skywarn, Dakara's primary repeater. A little bit of everything. That is the 9.2 repeater.
It's getting windy out there.
It is.
This is our weather receiver when you hear the weather going off on the repeaters. These are receive radios for our voter system. And that basically is the ears all through the county to help you get in with a weaker signal.
It better not.
That's the repeater right there, the TKR 750. Up there is your access to get to the antennas up high. Well, that railing does not seem very secure up there. See if the door bangs on there, it tends to vibrate a lot. Looks like one screw. It's a little windy today. At least it's a little windy up here. Change my hat. This is the old school Dakara hat. You saw the new logo on the signage in there. When these birds fly by, they are huge. I want to say a little bit smaller than a golden retriever. When you see them up close, it'll get your attention. Just want one land up here so you can get a size reference. Eh, it's bigger than the Chihuahua, a little bit bigger than a Dachshund. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing to see that. If I had to make a movie about birds like that. Oh wait, I think Adam Lewis says Hitchcock would be proud. But that's the new logo right there on his hat. I had the old school logo, the vintage logo on mine. I believe that's the 9.2 repeater antenna. That right there is Part 15, the big one's part 15, and it links internet between here and Roston up in Cook County. The smaller dishes are Arden, and so is that sector up there, right there. It's an Amateur Radio Emergency Data Network, Arden. So there's other repeaters on this one besides just ours. So I may or may not be correct on what dish is what. But I believe those are Arden dishes, the small ones right there. And a bird just hovering there. Gigantor. Waiting for a feast. Got the TW group that just went up there to unlock the hatch so we can get on the rooftop. I'm going to stay down here. We're going to push 350 watts out of this repeater. And I am excited.
Well, no, we'll run about 300.
We're about 300.
Full 350.
You don't want a max smoking in here.
About 300.
Travis,
So we're doing about 300.
radio. He's over at the Plano area right now.
That would be good. I'm very curious how it sounds in Plano.
You know where PepsiCo headquarters is?
Yeah.
He's there.
Well, from my office in Richard, or in Plano, like near, I don't know, west of, near HRO. I'm 2 miles west of HRO, east of HRO. The 92 is picket fencing. It's in the noise. This,
This is going to change the world.
Alright, well, stand by 1 second. We're going to flip a switch and see what it sounds like after this. That Q5 PTV, if you don't want to pay attention to this as well. I'm going to let the repeater drop, and then we'll flip the switch. K5G.
It takes about 10 seconds for it to go through a setup.
So we're up to, we got a 350 amp.
We can leave this one right off.
Down there as well.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how is it sounding now? What is the reading going?
That's well over 300. Or that's about 250 as well. Am I reading that correctly?
You're reading the top scale.
So about.
Looks about the same, but you're coming in much stronger than previously.
About 225, 250 watts.
Inside of BTV, and what do you see now?
Andrew. 225.
And what I saw before, but just that you already in a very high altitude, if I were to look, I can probably see the top of the building.
Okay. Yeah, so we probably maxed you out anyway. I'm curious what an HT sounds like for y'all. You know, I'll be happy to flip it back in the other mode, and then we can you know, do an AB comparison with HTs. This is without the amplifier in mind. This is just barefoot. So take a listen here, look at your S meter, figure out how much noise is approximately on the cylinder, and then stand by for the amplifier. 55G.
I love 220. It's great. Resonant with nothing.
Alright, here we are with the amplifier. How does it sound about now?
I see max out on those, but either clearer now than you were before.
Go ahead, Ken.
I've got the beam and a null, so at this point you're a full 9 bars above, and then in the null I think you were 4 bars over.
That's a very good test. I'm glad you were able to do that. So you said when we were in the null we were about an S4, and now we're in S9.
Actually, it's 3 bars above 9.
40 over.
Wow, getting into the realm of that's wild. So I'm trying to do the math. You know, we assume that there's 5 S units, each one. I don't know. That doesn't add up because that would imply 30 dB difference, and I don't think that we're doing that well.
I'm going to do something anyway. I can see the rooftop
11 dB.
All right, stand by. We should see about a 12 dB difference, 10, 11, 12 dB difference. So let me turn it off again real quick.
Yeah, I can take off my 7100 and back down to
I'm not looking for super precise. I was just kind of curious about, like relatively speaking, what I was hoping to hear is that on an HT it went from really noisy to like full quieting, but it sounds like we're close to that, just not 100%. All right, here we go. This is with the amplifier back in line.
We're 6 bars sometimes, drop into 5 in the null, and still in the null, you're 30 bars above S9.
I'm going to say that's a victory right there, and we'll patch this up here and make it. We've got coax kind of strung about the place, so we'll get this looking good and tighten all the connectors down and whatnot. Let me see. Over on Mike's bird watt meter, we're on a 500 watt scale. What's that saying? Right around 250.
Yeah, about 225, 250.
Well, a quick question for you then.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just curious, I think it's the K5RWK that has the feature where you can do, is it star 511 or pound 511? Anyway, it'll give you a signal report back, whether you're in the repeater at 5, S8, S9, what have you. Not sure if you've ever used that feature. And then secondly,
I built that feature.
Kind of input power the amplifier that you're using expects. The reason I ask is because I have one. It's a smaller 2-meter amp. I plug an HT into it, and when I'm only running 5 watts into the amp I'm only getting about 15 watts out. 15 or 20 at best. But if I run the 14, 15 watts input to the amplifier from the radio, it'll give me its full 80 watts output. So I was just curious if you were familiar with what that amp is expecting on the input side from the radio.
So to answer your first question about the S-meter thing, funny story, I actually designed that, and I programmed that and built it. That thing's pretty cool. But this machine's a little different because it's got a voting network, so it's got a bunch of remote receivers, which is how we can justify running so much power, because we've got much better ears scattered all around the area. But that RWK feature doesn't actually tell you, or it tells you how well the repeater can hear you, but we're working on the transmit side of the repeater side right now, so I want to know how well y'all can hear the repeater. Of course, I can hear it when it's just running into a dummy load because I'm sitting next to the cabinet, but the reports from afar make all the difference in the world. And then to answer your question about the amplifier input power, we're running right about 15 watts into it. There's a bunch of coax in line that's serving as an attenuator, just to drop it down from about 25 watts to 15. That's 15 watts in, and we're seeing about 250 out.
Okay, all right, that clears things way up. I'm with you now. Okay. I thought you were just a regular station, not at the repeater side, and then expecting other people to see an S-meter difference based on your input to the repeater. It's just listening to the conversation and knowing nothing about what was going on. I'm out here in Princeton. I'm on a GS2000, and I'm speaking to you on the B side VFO, so that S-meter isn't really worth much, but I can switch to the primary where it'll give me a much more usable S-meter if you like. Is that what help?
They can also add attenuation to it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Princeton's going to be a very good litmus test here, and I'm also curious about your antenna parameters.
In just a second, I'm going to switch the primary VFO over to this repeater, and then I'll be right back.
Versus a whole.
Received, and in the meantime, I'm going to drop the amplifier again.
So the gist of it is we're pumping 250 watts out. The 350 watt amp, we're not going to run it at full. But 250 watts out, And we could justify that because we have listening sites all through the county that can bring in the signal. So to get the signal out, this is the only location that's going to push the signal out. So the voters are in Justin, Frisco. There's one in Roston up in Cook County. I believe there's one down the Richardson area. Just all over the place. Grapevine. And all those voters, which was second radios, those are all receivers. And this one antenna is going to be pumping out 250 watts. And with that, they should be able to hear us as well as we can hear them. And that's the point. Alright, we're buttoning everything up. That's the 9-2 repeater stack. And our amp's right there. It's public safety above there. Successful day.
Very successful.
Alright, that was a day of work. And I only joined them around noon, so they've been here since 8 o'clock and they're going to come back again and work from 8 until whenever. Just to finish up tomorrow. So these people, they're all volunteer. It's all volunteer work here, and they're just helping us keep our communications up and our safety for our county. This is the repeater, the 9-2 repeater is the repeater they use for Skywarn. So when the storm spotters are out there, they're using this repeater. We have the search and rescue in the area, they're using this repeater. We have a lot of different things this repeater gets used for. So and it's all volunteer work done. So that is awesome. It is so awesome to see these sites and see what can be done with those sites. So pumping out 250 watts. I was thinking 225, 250. I couldn't really look at the meter closely with my naked eye, but it was about 250 watts pumping out of that 350 watt amp. So they're not going to use it at full power, but not a bad deal. Time to go home and start another day. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. But for now, y'all take care, be safe, and bye.